Today, we're going to be looking into how corporations use AI to price gouge. This should be a fun one and scary. Let's get into it.
We may have taken dynamic pricing like a little bit too far. Like, why did I just get my storage unit bill? And it has gone up over 100% in 11 months. Over 100%.
The prices change throughout the day.
So I just lost $4,000 at my newest Airbnb this summer. We got a ton of bookings in right away for July and August, and that's when we realized that the rates were too low. This is why it's so important that you use dynamic pricing.
You just mentioned that you also use the so-called dynamic pricing for seats, for seat fees. Why do you make people enter in their age and their geographic location and their gender before they can even see the cost of a seat?
The price you see online right now might be different from what your neighbor sees because corporations are using AI to decide what they believe we can't afford to pay, effectively squeezing every last dollar out of us. The best example of dynamic pricing is Uber. Uber has long used what they call surge pricing to charge users more during peak hours. New Yorkers recently saw their Uber prices skyrocket due to flooding, and Uber took advantage of this situation, charging astronomical prices for rides.
The subways are literally flooding daily now. Excuse me? $152? That should be $40 to $50, maybe, maximum. Let me show you what happened when I checked Lyft. Hello? You want me to pay $265?
But what Uber is doing is more than simple supply and demand. Through the app, they can see, do you own an iPhone or an Android? Did you pay with a corporate credit card? And even what percentage your battery is on. And allegedly, using all of this information, they can increase the price of your ride.
Uber has been accused of charging people more if their phone battery is low. It reported that when two identical requests were made to go to and from the same location, Uber charged 6% more for the journey that was made on a smartphone with only 12% battery remaining.
Now, dynamic pricing isn't actually new. Companies like Ticketmaster, Amazon, and Tinder have been using algorithms to set prices differently based on users' age, the weather condition, and even how close they are to a store. Allegedly, Target has charged customers $100 more for the same TV if they were in the Target parking lot versus in another location. But dynamic pricing is being taken to a whole new extreme with the use of AI. AI can effectively find our pain point, what we're most willing to pay for an item, and it functions autonomously, making its own predictions and learning from those outcomes.
That's when I use ChatGPT a lot. Like, I'll ask it a lot of stuff. I'll even like kind of ask it for input on like a journal entry or something like that. But on the other hand, I'm always aware that it's just gathering so much data about everybody, and they're going to be able to track you with all these cameras that we have everywhere. These tech overlords are literally, they already, through social media and stuff like that, are able to find out so much information about you. But with AI on the rise, like, there's no privacy. Privacy will be dead. I mean, if it's not dead already, but it'll definitely be dead in the next, 5 years or whatever. So buckle up, Buttercup.
Corporations already have massive amounts of user data, from the data they collect when we shop at their stores to the data they purchase from third-party data brokers. And now with the introduction of online age verification, soon AI will know exactly who we are.
It's a backdoor, really, for this big brother style of surveillance, because the types of ID checks that they could use here on Google, James, are a government-issued ID. They could do facial scanning to estimate your age, and they could also look at your previous search history. They're going to check out what you're looking at, all under the guise of safety.
One of the many legitimate concerns about this online age verification is that it will allow these massive corporations to have even more data about us. By uploading our IDs, we're effectively giving them access to both private and public data records. Things like credit bureau data, property records, voter registration, insurance databases, and previous purchase history platforms. With all of this information, AI can build an entire profile about you. It could match your email to your LinkedIn profile, identifying your job title, and making a prediction about how much money you make. It would have your zip code and be able to determine if you live in a wealthy neighborhood. It would also be able to find out, do you rent or did you buy? It could check if you have any debt, and it could also look at who you voted for in the last election. Corporations will have the ability to set prices based on what they believe we can afford, effectively price gouging each of us on an individual basis, and companies are already moving in this direction. In recent months, Delta executives revealed in investor meetings how they were using AI dynamic pricing to essentially have a super-analyst. The AI would work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to determine optimal pricing in real time. Delta has partnered with Israeli startup Fetcher to train the AI on years' worth of data from previous bookings.
So today we're about 3% of domestic. Our goal is to have about 20% by the end of the year, and that's a goal. You have to train these models, and you have to give it multiple opportunities to provide different results. So we're in heavy testing phase. We like what we see. We like it a lot. The more data it has and the more cases we give it, the more it learns. And we're really excited about it. And we're really excited about partnering with Fetcher.
On Fetcher's website, we can see that they work with other airlines, including WestJet, Virgin Atlantic, and Azul. There's also a section where all of these executives are bragging about all the increase in revenue they're seeing from using this AI. While Delta claims that they only use trip-related factors, the technology exists to go much further than that. Imagine a family...
I mean, I'd be down for this if they actually used it to make wealthier people actually pay significantly more, but as we all know, the wealthy they're not going to get out of paying significantly more. They're just going to figure out a way to take somebody that's got $2, they're going to figure out a way to take their last dollars, and so on and so forth. That's just the unfortunate reality we live in.
Member passes away and you post to your social media that you will be traveling to their funeral. Theoretically, the AI can access your social media and essentially use this information to price your ticket. Delta has received a lot of backlash about this, even from members of Congress who claim this is predatory pricing. And it should be noted that Delta denies that they're going to use this AI dynamic pricing or personalized pricing, yet Fetcher, the company they are partnered with, outlines in many blog posts the ways that they are revolutionizing the airline pricing industry by doing AI dynamic pricing and even personalized pricing. And for years, airlines have used algorithms to dynamically set prices. Dynamic pricing, personalized pricing, these aren't new concepts. Corporations have been using these strategies. But what's different is now with AI, everything is much more scalable. The AI can work around the clock to figure out how much are we actually willing to pay and exploit us. It's basically exploitation on steroids. And Delta is far from the only company doing this. They're just the first major company to say the quiet part out loud.
So, 302 for UPC, 5187. 313 for UPC, 5187. What's going on?
Walmart is replacing paper price tags with digital price tags, allowing them to change prices as often as every 10 seconds.
Have you guys seen these in your Walmart or Kroger or grocery stores? I live in Nashville, but I haven't seen these yet. I don't think. I'll make sure to keep an eye out for them from here on out, but I don't think I've seen these yet.
These digital price tags haven't been rolled out to all of the stores, but in the stores that do have them now, we can already see where this is going. The shopper in this clip points out how the pink frosted cookies and the blue frosted cookies are the exact same cookies, yet the pink frosted cookies are priced at $3.98 and the blue frosted cookies are priced at $4.48. This is dynamic pricing. We don't know why it's priced this way. On the Walmart website, they explain how this increases the customer shopping experience, that by having clear prices, this is going to lead to happier customers. Yet people were never upset about paper labels. They've been upset about the extremely high prices that were on said labels.
I genuinely want to know how some people go to Walmart or any store, honestly, and spend less than $100, because every single time I walk in this store, I'm easily spending $100.
It's gotta be a joke, right?
$17.33. That's how much I paid today for this coffee. Good incomes and everything, and we don't have money. We're living paycheck to paycheck, basically. On June the 2nd, 2023, the same exact coffee was $9.92. It's almost doubled in 2 years.
Consumer Affairs found that in the last 12 months alone, grocery prices have increased by 5% in the US. And sadly, this is happening globally. Australian households are paying roughly 11% more than they were just 12 months ago. And even here in Sweden, our biggest grocery chain continues to see record-breaking profits despite the economy being in a recession. It's worth noting that this technology, like almost every technology, could be used for good. The AI could identify items that are reaching the end of their shelf life and lower the prices so someone could purchase those items at a cheaper price. Yet, do we really think Walmart, who made $648 billion in 2024, is ever going to lower the prices for us?
Like I said, they're going to figure out a way to steal our last dollars while the rich folk, like rich people don't shop at Walmart or anyways, but the rich people aren't going to pay significantly more. It's just going to be a way to steal our last dollars. The people who, are barely making
Proponents of AI pricing argue that essentially the people who make more will pay more and spread out the costs so that lower income families don't pay as much. Yet we actually see the opposite. A study found that poorer neighborhoods with older infrastructure often pay more for lower quality internet compared to newly built, wealthier suburbs with newer infrastructure. And the rollout of these digital price tags comes at a perfect time for Walmart, who is increasing their prices due to tariffs.
Some of them had all of the little perforated price tags removed, but if I kept searching, I came across a few that had the original prices yet on them. This one was $12.98 and now $13.98, so a full dollar increase.
So you guys, I'm here at Walmart and I'm noticing that there's no price tags on any of the clothes. I asked the worker for the price of an item and she told me that Walmart will no longer have price tags on their clothes, that you have to download their app in order to know the price of the clothing.
Now with the digital displays, Walmart can hide how much the clothing prices are increasing due to these tariffs. And while what Walmart is doing is extremely concerning, what Kroger is trying to do is taking it to a whole new level of dystopian.
Kroger is a mega retail supermarket chain. Tell me what you guys are up to in innovation. You're doing a lot.
Oh, we're into everything. We have our associate experience and we have our customer experience laid out on the wall, and we are into anything that tries to achieve it. Anything from building sensors to advanced technologies with IoT, with AI, with digital twin, you name it, we're into it. Can I take this advanced technology and think about it differently than everybody else is thinking about it and deliver something that's amazing for our customers? That really gets us up in the morning.
Through its Kroger Card incentive program, Kroger has collected data on 62 million households. It's now using all of this data to train AI.
Okay, so these are the new digital price screens. So the whole goal of these is to adjust the prices on the items as they become more in demand.
This is an example of the digital displays that Kroger is using. These digital displays span the entire shelf, yet the majority of the digital display is showing an advertisement. There is a price in the corner, but the price isn't below each product. You have to wait for the price to cycle through. So it's showing ketchup, barbecue sauce, mustard sauce, and it's kind of just going through and showing the price. It would be so easy to miss the price of something because you just assume that the price below the item is the price that it costs. It also says plus 10% at register, meaning the price it shows isn't even the price we're going to pay when we check out. Kroger originally piloted digital displays that had cameras and could do facial recognition to determine your gender and age to effectively give you personalized advertisement.
Kroger using facial recognition technology. The grocery chain says it's using the tech to determine gender and age to present present targeted ads on its digital price tags that it rolled out about 5 years ago.
Kroger denies that they're doing facial recognition in their digital displays. They also deny that they're doing AI dynamic pricing, but this of course only came after they received massive backlash. We do know that Kroger is getting even more data to train its AI. They're offering shoppers a $50 gift card to participate in their studies. We also know that Kroger's digital displays activate when you're in the Kroger parking lot. They're able to track your location through the app and effectively send you notifications on sale items. Sensors inside of the digital displays can ping the app on your phone to provide you with personalized offers. We also know that Kroger has partnered with Intelligence Node, an AI company specializing in AI-powered digital price displays. AI-powered digital displays isn't the only thing that Kroger is deploying in stores. They're also using robots to monitor item quantities.
Okay, so this is the first time I've ever seen one of these. Its name is Tally, and it checks self-inventory. Replacing humans.
It's unclear if they use this real-time data for pricing decisions. Wendy's is yet another company that is using AI for pricing. In a recent earnings call, the executives outlined how they would use digital menu boards powered by AI to do suggestive upselling and to do dynamic pricing.
Am I the only one? Maybe I'm just getting old. But am I the only one that sees the world that we live in now and you're just kind of like, I don't want to be involved with it. Like, I don't want to partake in this. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I'm just getting older, but with all this AI stuff and the cost of everything going up and just like the coldness that everybody has now, it just seems like a different world than obviously the world changes and it's obviously different than the world I grew up in, but I feel like everything since 2020 is completely gone down the drain, and it's just getting worse and worse. Like we're fucking on the way, speeding right into the sun, dude. I don't know, just feels weird. Am I the only one that feels that, or are there other people that feel that way? I don't know. I don't even like going outside anymore, being around all this type of stuff. Just maybe I'm just getting old.
That's right, Kirk. And the only thing I'd add is technology is also a piece of that customer experience. So we're going to accelerate the rollout of our Fresh AI digital menu boards across the system, which improves the customer experience and enables some labor efficiencies in our restaurants.
They've been rolling out AI-powered digital menu boards as well as AI-powered chatbots that take your order to select locations throughout the U.S.
Which number one combo? Single, double, or triple?
Single, extra onions.
Which drink?
Sprite, light ice.
Would you like to make it large?
No.
Wait a minute. Is that an AI bot that's taking the order? Oh, dude, we're here. We don't have those in Nashville. Do you guys have them where you are? Or where is this? Probably somewhere in California. But that's nuts, dude.
What else would you like?
Barbecue sauce.
Would you like anything else?
No.
And as you may have guessed at this point, Wendy's has denied they are doing this. But as we saw in the clip, they are rolling out these digital menu boards. And we also have a PowerPoint slide from their own earnings call that shows how they are investing in these digital menu boards. The PowerPoint slide says dynamic pricing and menu offerings, upsell capabilities, and it also outlines how the company will be using AI to take orders. So what exactly is there to deny here? We also have audio from this earnings call with executives talking about how much this is going to increase their revenues.
In the first quarter, we continue to deploy digital menu boards and Fresh AI across the system and are on track to expand the implementation to more than 500 restaurants by the end of the year.
Even that guy sounds like AI.
Technology provides curated suggestions based on customers' order, often resulting in an increased check size.
We like what we're seeing. I think we focused on two things. One is the opportunity to see an increased check size, and we're seeing that. We see that through the customer because there is this opportunity when Wendy greets you at the drive-thru. She knows what to ask you to get the opportunity to enhance your order. So we see that uptick in sales. So we like what we see. The economics are encouraging, and it continues to roll out. We talked about we'll be in over 500 restaurants this year. So we like where we're going with Fresh AI.
Wendy's may not be calling it surge pricing, but they wouldn't be using this AI dynamic pricing if they thought they were going to lose money. That's obviously not their goal. If you're like me and wondering, isn't this illegal? Turns out, not really. The US has very limited laws when it comes to price gouging, and the ones that they do have were written for hurricanes and tornadoes, not for algorithms and AI. In recent weeks, 2 separate bills have been introduced to Congress that would limit price gouging on a federal level. However, if we scroll through congress.gov, we can see numerous bills throughout the years that were introduced, never voted on, and have since expired. Surge pricing, location-based pricing, personalized pricing, it's all legal and corporations have already been doing it for years. Uber and these other corporations are able to get away with it because in their terms of service, they disclose that they use variable pricing, and we agree to those terms of service when we download their apps. The only potentially illegal aspect of all of this is showing customers one price and then charging them a different price. But we already see companies doing this. And in my opinion, there are loopholes in the law for companies to get away with this. Most pricing laws were created before AI even existed. And these laws assumed that humans were making the price and that the price would be relatively stable, that it wouldn't be able to be changed in a matter of seconds. It also assumed that everyone would see the same price.
We view a little bit of inflation as always good in our business. We would expect to be able to pass that through.
And as I've said before, inflation has been a little bit of our friend in terms of what we see as retail pricing.
We want to make sure that we're not leaving any pricing on the table. We'll take as much pricing as the consumer can absorb.
Do you guys think that, obviously inflation, they had to raise the prices and stuff like that. Do you think if everything came back down that they would just voluntarily lower the prices? Get out of here. Once that goes up, it's never coming down.
And we know if we need to take more pricing, we have room to do it. To date, we've seen no resistance from our customers.
I'm really pleased our sales teams have gotten much better at pricing than ever in the history of the company. We're not going to be giving this pricing back. Now it's not a matter of can we take a price increase. Now it's about how much of a price increase are you going to take.
Anyways, that was a great video. Unfortunately, it's the sad world that we live in. It's only going to get worse. But I'll link the girl's information who made this video down below in the description. She absolutely killed it, and all her other videos are top tier as well. And that's all for today. See you guys on the next one.